Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, this literally does not work. No, it's not a pink shirt. It's red. For whatever reason, the camera, it looks pink. But even if it was pink, I'd still look good in it, okay? Don't hate just because I look good in red or pink, okay? It's been a long mother humping day. I ain't gonna lie to you. My morning video, I actually scheduled it to be released at 9 o'clock, in which case I was almost all the way down the road in the country. I put in 300 miles of driving on this knee with a torn meniscus that's getting surgery on it tomorrow. I dare say 12 hours from now. Drove down there, painted this unit, had our meeting with the zoning committee, and it went good. It went really good. It's now got to go to the town council, but I got a unanimous decision on changing from highway HB1 to local business. And what that means is, instead of it being where you have to provide parking that's off the highway, it's not a highway. It's really not a highway. It was planned to be a highway, but it never happened. It never will happen. You have to have parking for cars to be able to pull off the road, be able to park, and turn around and come back out. Not enough land on it. Been dealing with this for over 4 years because I've just wanted to save the house. And now, the first step of getting it changed in the zoning, the next step is a month from now, then I can start working on it. Which is great because it simplifies what I have to do. I got to fix the floor that's deteriorated underneath of it. I got to redo the kitchen floor that's literally rotted out. Reframe the wall, put in new plumbing, new electrical service and all that. But that's minor. That's minor when it comes to saving a piece of our history. I'm ecstatic about that. So the work that I put in is truly worth what I'm going to get out of it. The work I did on the apartment gets us a little closer to being able to get that rented back out so somebody will have a nice home to stay in. It's that pre-work that you do that gets you where you want to be. And then tomorrow I get the knee operated on in the morning. And hopefully everything will go well with that. And hopefully it alleviates some of this pain so I can get around, because I got too many things to accomplish here. The world is beginning to open back up. I've got tailgates I need to do. I got games I got to go with. I got people I got to meet. So, I ain't got time for the pain. So as we sit here, a month from tomorrow, our Dallas Cowboys open up training camp. 2 weeks later, they have their first preseason game against the Steelers at the Hall of Fame game that I'm planning on being at. I don't know about you, but I'm planning on being there with my man Rashid, Clarence Missing in Action, Jet D, my friend Richard, Michael Anthony Fitness, and a few others. I'm hoping that the work that frog sounded a little different. I'm hoping that the work that the Dallas Cowboys put in, that pre-work, those OTAs, get them in better shape to be able to succeed this season. nobody really knows what's going to happen during the season. You know, everybody's talking about, of course, Washington. You know, Washington, they were so good last year, and the defense and things, and they're going to be great. But you know what the funny thing is? I was thinking about this coming up the road, but, you know, there was so much construction that was going on that I couldn't see. And you don't want to be trying to do research while you're driving. But I was sitting here thinking about when Carolina was 15-1 and went to the Super Bowl. The year before, they were like 7-9. And after that Super Bowl, they went downhill. I think about the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons went to the Super Bowl, got their ass kicked. I think they made the playoffs, but they definitely weren't the same team. I think about the Philadelphia Eagles. Went to the Super Bowl and took a big step back and continued going downhill. I think about the 49ers. 49ers, who everybody was like, wow, the 49ers, they'll be back. They were close. They'll be back. But if I remember right, the Eagles were in the basement the year before they went to the Super Bowl. They elevated, played real well, won the Super Bowl, and then proceeded to go downhill. And if I remember right, the 49ers were in the basement, or not very good. They might not have been behind the Cardinals. But they all of a sudden elevated, went to the Super Bowl, and then went downhill. I think about the Rams. They got Sean McVay. They were ass, and they elevated, went to the Super Bowl, and they came back down to earth. So as we look here and everybody's talking about Tampa Bay is going to have to do something that nobody in the NFC does, which is stay good for 2 years in a row. It doesn't seem to work out that way in the NFC. And for people to say, well, Washington, you know, they're just going to get better next year. The NFL has figured it out. Let's be clear. The NFL finally has exactly what they want. They got an extra game in there, right? They've got more teams in the playoffs. And now they have gambling royalties. Understand, they will make as much money from gambling as they do from gate receipts. But the difference is they don't have to hire anybody to take care of the gambling side. Oh, no. We're trying to run a business here, and we want our dig. And the thing that works so good for the NFL is the fact that it's so unpredictable. The fact that nobody knows who the teams are going to be. Of course, they always sell the Cowboys, and of course, we fail. The bettors make money. And of course, now they're selling you the Washington football team, and people will bet on them and think, yeah, they got it together. And they'll end up failing. And it'll be somebody else who's in there that nobody thought about, that nobody bet on. See, that's the thing that you got to see in the big picture. Betting on New England, you don't make no money because New England, the odds were, 50-50 that they'd be back. And I tell you what, if you don't think that New England is going to be really good next year, guess what? You's a fool. New England was ahead of the curve. New England took last year and said, you know what? This is our reset year. We're going to let Tom Brady go. We're going to clear out the cap room. Clear out cap space. We're going to let our star players take the season off and rest their body. We're going to come back. We're going to have an easier schedule. We're going to have higher draft picks. And we're going to have cash to spend on free agents. And that's exactly what New England did. And New England will be back. So if you, of course, bet on New England, You ain't gonna make no money because New England's always good. We're finally beginning to get some people now that are looking at the Cowboys and saying, yeah, maybe they're gonna be good. But the reality is we really just don't know. We just don't know. All you can do is put in the pre-work and hope that it pays dividend down the road. Well, I should go in here. Can't have anything to eat or drink after midnight. Let's go in here and stuff my face because I've been so busy that I haven't eaten today. And that's not good. That I probably won't have a chance to eat till probably like 4 or 5 tomorrow. Let me say, I appreciate all the support, all the thoughts, and all of you guys that are back behind me. I appreciate you. And I'll see you, God willing, first thing in the morning. Peace out.